some of it is farmland, or some of it is agricultural space, some of it is wooded, and then there's a big chunk of the wooded area that is also wetlands. So we don't want to disturb any of those spaces. We want to keep the wetlands as wetlands and use it as a space that folks can explore, that we can learn from, an outdoor classroom, partnering with different schools and universities to try to make this space something that that folks can discover new things that they didn't know before. The land is currently being leased back to the Sneeds until we're ready to occupy it. And like I said, we're not going to start physically occupying the space until we're completely ready, until we've paid it off, until we're ready to start moving in. That being said, we may start some of the riparian buffer that we're going to add near the stream that we'll go see. Really beautiful stream. And other kind of conservation things we might start doing. So a lot of people say, oh, well, first of all, are you getting rid of your original space? No, we're not. That space is perfect for what it does. It does its job over there. This is a different space it will have a different audience. There will be overlap, of course, but this is a special, different space. We will do the exact same thing that we've been doing over there for 27 years over here. So we'll be providing accessible green space for the community through these paths all through the woods like we're going to go. That's about 30 acres of wooded area back there that will be perfect for paths and walking and education. The second thing is providing educational opportunities for the community. So a place for field trips, a place for exploration, outdoor education, a space for research for the college and university. And then the third thing is teaching young people how to grow food. And that will happen on the agricultural training center that we will be creating on this space in partnership with our local university and colleges, and also in partnership with city schools and other public schools in the area. The average age of a farmer is 60 years old, which is a big problem for our food system. And young people are not entering the industry as readily as once before. And I think a big part of that is there's a stigma attached to a farmer, like what a farmer looks like and the money that a farmer can make. There's that's not very appealing to a lot of young people. And then there's also the fact that there's no access to all of the different opportunities that exist in the industry. Yeah. So we want to really open the eyes of young people to, it's not just hands in the dirt planting a tomato, it's also marketing. There are jobs in ag tech, which is really big right now. There's indoor growing. So there's HVAC systems and plumbing that you need to know. There are all these different ways of growing. There are niche markets. There are all these things that you need to know in the agriculture industry that are just not taught, or not shown young people. So we want to create a space where 15 to 25-year-olds come here. So as part of your high school, you come here, you go to farm school instead of cosmetology or instead of carpentry, you come here, you do your work here, and you learn all the different avenues that you can have in the industry. And so we're getting more young people into the industry. And more food for the future generations, yeah. Hopefully. So that's the plan for this space. It definitely needs some restoration. Yeah. So we've been working with Friends of the Rappahannock to come up with some solutions for restoration. One of the things that they said, though, is that just removing the cows and letting it kind of go back to its natural state will restore it on its own over time. But there are some things that we can do, like some extra planting on the banks and things like that. But this is a really nice little addition. And imagine a really healthy stream here. We also need your support by telling your friends how important this is and how important this space is to our whole community and for generations to come. So we really need your help in many ways to make this a reality. We have purchased the land. We do not outright own the land, and we need to make that happen.